There are myriad ways to express creativity, and in today's video, we're going to take a look at some wonderful ways to elevate the humble pumpkin. You'll just need one of these $1.25 carvable foam pumpkins. You can see here that I'm using just a kitchen knife to remove the stem. After removing the stem and the sticker from the bottom, I'm using some folk art chalk paint to paint the entire pumpkin. The folk art chalk paint as well as the Waverly chalk paint are both thick enough to really give you nice coverage over that bright orange surface. A sponge brush works very well for a quick and easy application of the paint. I was inspired to make a pumpkin topiary after going into Hobby Lobby and seeing some of their charming designs. You can see how the pretty colors and shapes and sizes really do combine to make a lovely fall accent. After I got a nice, even, thick coat over the entire pumpkin, I took a Mackenzie Childs napkin. You could use any napkin that appeals to you. I pulled it apart because it's 2 or in some cases 3 ply, and you want to just have the outer surface of the pattern. You can see how easily it pulls apart to reveal just the beautiful design layer. Then I took some fine scissors and I cut out the individual flowers. Next, I applied a layer of Mod Podge to the surface of the dry pumpkin, and then I took the individually cut out flowers and I just gently laid them against the surface of that Mod Podge area. You can see how beautifully they accent that pumpkin. After applying all of the different cutout floral designs, I then used a coat of Mod Podge over the florals just to seal them in nicely. The next pumpkin that I decorated is also from Dollar Tree. I purchased as well these decorative beaded adhesive strips. I'm simply taking each strip and going down the ribs of the pumpkin. You can see how beautiful that gold color complements the forest green of the pumpkin. These pumpkins are $1.25, and they are the ones that have the holes in the bottom, so the design lends itself to stacking them. This beaded trim works so easily because it's self-adhesive and it comes in a variety of colors. I've used it for different projects and it really does dress up a very ordinary item. Adding this jewelry really does embellish these pumpkins in a lovely way. I discovered that one package of the jeweled trim was the perfect amount to cover this one pumpkin. Next, I decorated one of the orange pumpkins using the same beaded trim, but this time in the pearl and clear color combination. Returning now to the white pumpkin, I decided to add a few more flowers. So you can see here, I've cut out another spray of pattern. And again, I'm adding some Mod Podge. I'm this time going to cover that center area where the seam is. And it's so easy to apply the Mod Podge, lay your design against the pumpkin, and then using your finger, just gently smooth it out. Do take care when applying the top coat of Mod Podge, because once these florals are attached and wet, they become very delicate and are easily torn. And now that all 3 pumpkins are beautifully complete, the fun part happens when we stack them together. I'm using some hot glue in that recessed part of the pumpkin, and then I'm simply going to put the next pumpkin on top. You can see that it's actually stem side down. The original stem where the opening was is on the bottom. So as you do your design, keep that in mind. Next, I'm adding, as you see, on top of the hot glue, the green one. And then, because there's a hole in the bottom of the orange one, I can easily attach that next pumpkin to the top, just inserting that stem into the hole. After stacking it on top, I'm just going to hold it in place until that hot glue hardens. And I find that the hot glue worked really well to attach all 3 pumpkins together. This turned out so beautifully. I'm really happy with this. And you can see it's fun, easy, and inexpensive to make. I added a couple of jewels from Totally Dazzled with hot glue to the top, just to add one more little touch of bling and jewelry. I think this is just so gorgeous. You'll have fun making one. You can use any decorative napkin that you like. You can use any color combination. You could choose different colors for your beaded trim or your pumpkins. It's once again so versatile in terms of how creative you want to be. I combined it with this floral arrangement. I made this using all Dollar Tree flowers as well as a Dollar Tree vase and candlestick. I have that demonstration on one of my previous videos. Dollar Tree has a wide assortment of pumpkins in all different textures. These are velvet ones. They have sparkly ones. Here's some more of the smooth velvet textured ones in the various jewel tones. They have such a variety of also gourds and different shapes and sizes, as well as the foam carvable pumpkins that I used for the bottom of the topiary. Here's some that are in burlap. Another way to use the carvable foam pumpkins is to wrap them in fabric, as I have here displayed in an arrangement. I made that also in a previous video. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Lisa, and I want to welcome you and ask you to consider subscribing to my channel. It's fun, free, and festive, and I do project videos using mostly Dollar Tree items once or twice a week. I also do Dollar Tree tours and hauls. This is a tablescape I did on my previous video, and many of these items are also handcrafted using Dollar Tree and Hobby Lobby sourced items. And now let's dive into our next craft. I think you'll also enjoy the ease and simplicity of creating a very pretty fall decorative item. For this project, I purchased 4 5x7 frames from Dollar Tree, as well as this set of window clings. These pumpkins are in really soft, muted shades, and on the back side, there's also a nice assortment of images. We're just going to use 2 of the frames, but all 4 panes of glass. So simply remove the clips and take the frame apart, and then what we'll do is we're going to adhere the window clings to the clean glass inside the frame, and then we will sandwich it in with the other pane of glass from one of the other frames. That gives it a more high-end look when you have your image in between 2 panes of glass. Here are the window clings that I chose. I think they make a really sweet grouping, and you can see it sandwiched in between the 2 panes of glass. Now I'm just reinserting it, and then I cut out a piece of white paper as the background, and then I put the frame back together. Here I'm working on the second one, and I thought it would be pretty to use this large pumpkin again and then group it together with some of the smaller pumpkins and little flowers. And again, you can make any arrangement that's pleasing to you. Now that the second design is complete, I'm just going to put a background sheet of white paper and then reassemble the frame. Together, the 2 framed pictures make such a pretty grouping. For something so simple and inexpensive, I think they turned out very pretty, and they add a very nice additional decorative layer to the tablescape. You can see how they complement the candle holders that I made using a Dollar Tree cylinder vase and candlestick, as well as more of these pretty window clings. They're the same ones, so I thought they would make a nice set. Those are the projects I have today. I'm working on more, always thinking of new ideas. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please do give it a thumbs up and a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Take care and God bless.